Hello folks, going to do a bit of pond fishing today. Actually it's a Frensham Gt Pond, so it's not really a pond, it's a bloody big lake. Going to be fishing for tench, and I'm just about to ball out a bit of ground bait. I've got about 20 golf ball size balls made up. I actually knocked this ground bait up last night. So I realised I didn't have any shop bought ground bait. It's just liquidised Vitalin, liquidised pellet, crushed hemp. It's got some fish meal, krill meal, pre-digested fish meal, liquidised particle, maybe some other stuff in there as well. Oh, a bit of micronized maize and a bit of micronized wheat. It's quite a stodgy ground bait. I could probably bounce it off the floor, but that's going to hold together for catapulting. And I've just skinned them off with a bit of, put my hands in the water and given them a bit of a skinning with water, and that just helps to bind them a little bit more as well. And I'm going to be popping those out as far as they're going to go, so probably around about 70 yards, 70 metres, something like that. It's as far as I can cast with a chunky feeder rod, essentially. I've had a couple of casts, it seems pretty clear, not too much weed out there. There's a obvious bank of weeding fairly sort of close, that's why I'm fishing far out. And after that I'm going to be fishing for tench. Might get the odd fluky rudd as well, we'll see. The water's actually very murky. It's obviously had an algae bloom since I was last here, because when I fished early in the season it was really like tap water. It was very clear, but it's quite coloured actually in places. I wouldn't think that the visibility is more than about a foot or so, and it smells kind of stinks of cabbage. I think I'll get used to that. Right, time to get these out and then get the rods out. I'm not too fussed about accuracy, as long as I get in the sort of 20 metre patch. Well, it's bloody raining. It's supposed to rain till about 2 o'clock in the morning apparently. Not had any bites yet. Well, no fish, I had a bite. My thinking is I'll probably have some grub and probably just get my head down actually for a couple of hours. Don't really tend to catch anything here until around about midnight normally anyway, so I'll grab a couple of hours kip and then hopefully I'll be a bit more alive if and when the fish do start biting. Apparently the fishing's been a bit patchy down here lately. It's been an algae bloom which is sort of dying off now, but that's when you get an algae bloom, the algae use up a lot of the oxygen in the water, so it can make the fish pretty lethargic and not mega hungry. Although that now is sort of dying off and the Daphne are eating all the algae, so that means there's a lot of natural food around and about, so you're sort of competing with that. But apparently this swim's been fishing alright. Speaking to the bailiff, and some big tench been caught as well. So, 9 pound 6 spawned out empty female, so that'd be a double figure fish with spawning, and a few other 9s as well. So we shall see. I've managed to forget I bought some I bought some new deet the other day and I forgot that, so I'm probably going to get proper bitten as soon as this rain stops. Hopefully the rain will put the mozzies down for the night, but you never know. I'm managing to cast a decent old range from the bank. I thought I was going to be wading out to get over the weed that's out there, but I'm not picking up any weed. I'm probably fishing about 70 yards, I think. It's a bloody good old wallop. This is about as far as I can cast with these rods with this particular line on. I'm using £10 sensor. I was using £8 line, £8 hyper sensor. No, sorry, I was using £10 hyper sensor last time I fished here, but I was just a bit sketchy about giving it the full throttle on the casts with that. I was worried about cracking off. Whereas with this stuff, I know it's as bloody tough as old boots, and I can give it the old heave-ho. And I think I'm getting a bit more range actually with this on. But no need to wade out. I've got a nice little clean spot. I'm not picking up any weed or any crap, so that's good. But it's just a waiting game at the moment. I'll probably see later on if I catch any fish. If not, then you probably won't even be watching this.
Yeah,
Well,
you can't even...
Just had a £9 on the nose tench there. Absolute perler, look at the shape of that. Big,
like a small
fat tench. That's a proper chunk, isn't it?
Hold it up for the camera, Tom.
Yeah, alright.
There you go, look at that, it's ridiculous.
There you go.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's a big tench.
£9 on the dot.
Alright, let's put her back. Oh, good morning. We managed to land one at last. I lost two this morning. Probably one of the smallest tench I've ever caught out of here. I guess it's only, it's even £4. It's good to see there are some younger ones in here. There we go. Nice little tench. Very funny scale marks there. Alright, I'll pop her back in and get the rods back out there. I'm probably only going to fish for about another hour or so. So, time is of the essence. There we go. I've got another fish on here, straight away. Feels like a tench. Not any rudd or perch this session actually, which is unusual. Male, this one. It's quite unusual. There's a lot of females here, not a lot of males. Fine. He hooked himself. There we go. probably 4 pounds-ish. Tell the oxygen levels are low. These fish really aren't, they're not really fighting at all. Just sort of coming in and wallowing around a little bit. That's about it. Okay, I'll get a quick picture. Well, I'm going to pack up shortly. Just had another strange female tench with no dorsal fin, and it was obviously like that from birth, because there was no, it was scales over it and no sort of scar or anything like that, just a little bump. I'll stick a picture up of that in a second. Yeah, and it's been periodically raining on and off. So I've had another 3 fish this morning, lost 2, so yeah, ended up with 5, unless I get another one. I'm just going to have a cup of tea and then pick up, really. Yes, interesting little session. I don't know, it's just, it was a bit of a downer getting soaked last night, because it just meant it was kind of, didn't get great sleep. I woke up at sort of 5 and I was knackered. I just went back to bed until 7, and then I put about 10 balls of ground bait out at 7 o'clock, and had a fish and lost 1. Put another 10 balls of ground bait out, and I've started to get bites fairly regularly now, actually. But I think if I carried on, I would continue to catch fish. It tends to be the way down here, but I shall unfortunately be going home. Every time I catch a hooker fish, it seems to bloody tip down with rain and then stop as soon as I've got back under here. Yeah, it's been a alright little session. It's not really the video I want to do. I've done so many videos down here. They get a bit kind of boring, I think. But I do like fishing here, so putting out a video is better than putting out no video. Even if some people find it a bit boring or don't want to watch, then that's up to them, isn't it? I don't know what's on the cards next. I'm hoping to go up to fish the 7 sometime in the near future. If that's not possible, then I dare say me and my mates will go and fish somewhere. Not sure where though. Also want to get down the Thames a little bit quite soon. We're getting pretty close to August. I think around about now the fishing will be at its best. So stay tuned for that. That's something I'm really going to make an effort to do, because I miss the old roach fishing. I don't really know what the crack is with it down there. I've never fished it, so but it might be waggler fishing or pole or stick float. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I suspect it might well be pole fishing with hemp and tares. But we'll find out in due course. See you later.